Hey y'all, Brandon Hewitt here at Be Random Fishing, and this is the bait. This is the 1/0 flashy swimmer with the 2.8 inch Fat Swing Impact. And that bait is beautiful. This little guy is amazing. It's not real big, it's not a big profile, but with that spinner, the way that that tail moves, it actually looks like a little bit bigger profile bait than it is, but it's still got a really good hookup ratio. What we have here is an owner flashy swimmer hook in 1/0. It's got the Willow Silver Blade, and I really like that for clear water. I don't know, there's something about the way it vibrates. It's not like such a big thump. It's got a good wide gap. And paired with these 2.8 inch Fat Swing Impacts, it's like a match made in heaven. What's cool about the flashy swimmer hooks is they have a little screw keeper you keep the swim bait on, so they don't fall off very often. The hook looks just like this, and then you screw in the bait into the screw head, and it holds it in place perfectly. It still lets it like swing around a little bit. See how it swings around a little bit like that? It just gives it really good action. And then you just kind of measure where the hook point comes through, and then insert the hook point. And right there is one killer bait when they're eating these little minnows. It'd be great for little ponds with minnows in them, lakes with minnows in them. Any time that the fish are eating minnows, this bait is going to do amazing for you. And I really like the fact that the blade, the willow blade, hangs down right where the tail is. So when it's going through the water, it almost looks like the tail of the fish is making this flash. And since it's such a small profile, when a bass eats it, they eat the whole thing. And it just gets it done, man. Let me show you guys some clips of some fish I caught on this exact setup. Got him. Ooh, little guy ran right to the boat. That's the first one on the underspin that actually got hooked. Son, that's such a pretty fish. There's a fish. Ooh, he got me wet. Yes, that is a sunset bass. Oh, Underspin has just been putting in work for me today. Oh, there's another fish. Oh, that's a nicer one too. Yes! That's a bass drop bass. See how long and skinny he is? Woo! Look how long and skinny that bass is. Woohoo! So we've got the bait, and you can see that the blade sits kind of right by the tail. So you got the tail flat, the tail like moving, and then the blade flashing all at the same time. And it really looks like a bait fish swimming through the water. If you use a swim bait that's a little bit bigger, like the 3.3 inch saucy swimmers from Googan, or even the swing impacts, the bait has more of like a wide wobble to it. It's not quite as tight. And for some reason, the bass were keying in on that real tight wobble. Maybe it was because the water was colder, but this right here was getting it done. I really love this bluegill flash color. It honestly looks just like a minnow. And the bass in the springtime on the lake I fish, they're feeding on minnows like crazy. This was killing it. It's got a really good hookup ratio. This bait, this soft plastic is really soft. I don't think I missed any fish on this thing.